Welcome to Mr. Foy's Easel. I've done this sort of thing many times before, which I just call characters. And what it amounts to is a lot of various mugs or faces drawn in the cartoon style. I don't know how many I'll do. Sometimes I do 2 or 3 rows, and I try to give each one something that's different from all the rest of them. Okay, let's begin with a guy with a cap on and a lot of bushy hair. Large goofy eyes and a weird nose and teeth protruding like that. So that's my first character. Put a little, he didn't shave too well this morning. All right. Next, I think I'll show a society lady. You know what I mean by that? If you don't believe she's high society, just look at her expression. And she's got a necklace on, and she's got an updo hairstyle. This next one is, I'm going to start with facial hair. I mean, a lot of it. If he turned it gray, he could play Santa Claus. Type of character you might have seen in comic strips like Lil Abner and Snuffy Smith. That was a long time ago. Ask your grandparents about that, about those names. But anyway, that's got a pretty impressive beard, I guess. Here's a fellow here. Looks kind of sleepy or complacent, I'm not sure. And he has a kind of a fancy hairdo and a tie on. Well, once in a while, I like to put a character in an old-fashioned hat. In Lincoln's time, this type of hat was sometimes referred to as a stovepipe hat. Got a mustache. The next fellow is going to be, well, let's call him a tough guy. He's not only tough, he's angry about something. Notice the mouth. And with a mouth like that, you're sure the eyebrows are going to be something like this. He's one of those crooks you might have seen in Superman comic books. The crooks always wore a suit and a fedora hat. Not always, but most of the time. Or he could be just a fellow that's, griping because the TV went on the blink. Anyhow, he looks pretty angry. Let's turn from angry to just pure joy. Here's a Razorback fan that just learned the Razorbacks won a game, won another game. So these lines here often are used with someone who's in a joyous frame of mind with a big grin on their face. And it's time for another cap. Now there are all kinds of caps. This makes me think of, it might be a golfer who's looking down at the ball he's hit into the sand trap and wondering if he'll be able to make par on this particular hole. Now this one right here is a kind of like this fella here, except she's a cheerleader. Or she could be. Or maybe she's just another happy fan. Sometimes I like to draw a character who is just kind of confused. Or maybe just woke up, I don't know. Or he's trying to solve a math problem or something. Here's a guy whose hair comes down over his eyes, and you wonder how he can get around. Reminds me of a comic strip character. Some of you, no doubt, are acquainted with Beetle Bailey. He was a soldier. Cartoonist never lets you see his eyes. He's got although his cap is down over his eyes, not his hair. Well, here's a guy whom I might describe as agitated or excited about something. Not necessarily in a pleasant way, and maybe he just witnessed a car accident or something. All right, just miscellaneous here. I won't try to speculate as to what kind of an expression that is. You know, as I'm working on this list of characters, it's just a short time before Halloween. And so I thought I might use this space here to draw some Halloween type characters. For example, one that you always see pictures of, and you see trick-or-treaters posing as, and that's a Halloween witch. And oftentimes these witches have pretty wicked features and pretty wicked facial expressions. Sometimes a trick-or-treater or somebody at a Halloween party will maybe look a lot like this. Horns on top of his head. Or maybe just a character with bumps on his head and a weird looking mouth. Those scary eyes. Or perhaps especially scary ears. I always enjoy creating weird characters, especially this Halloween type of the year. And a year or two ago, I was sitting at my desk and I drew this character here. Isn't he a lovely sort? And I liked him so well that I decided that I would have his image printed on a shirt. And so, good way to go out Halloween with a beautiful facial form like that. And so here was another list of my, what I call memorable mugs or weird characters, including some Halloween types and a special one that I like on my shirt. So this is Mr. Foy signing off. Tune in again.